Hi and welcome. My name is Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Meet. In this video, we're going to go ahead and look at the idea of protecting an entire workbook. We'll look at protecting the structure of a workbook, essentially the order of the worksheets, maybe the names of the different worksheets, as well as password protecting a workbook when you save it, so that when you have to open it or you want to make changes, you have to enter that password. So with that, let's get started. All right, so far in this section of the course, we've gone ahead and we've gone to the review tab. We've looked at protecting a worksheet. Boom. Which was kind of fun because then we can't change any cells. Or we then looked at the idea of unlocking specific cells by going to the home tab, going to the protection, and then going to locked. After which we then went to view, protected a workbook. Well, actually, we have to allow individuals to not select on cells. And then we could say change this to 100. That actually didn't work, but in the last video we went and allowed people to select unlock cells, which meant we could change these $1 gazillion. Okay, clearly that didn't work. So Control Z. In this video, we're going to look at protecting a workbook and then also saving a workbook with a password. So if you click here and you protect a workbook, essentially it's going to allow you to protect the structure. So currently we can change the order of these existing worksheets and we can create new worksheets. Now, if we come here and we protect the workbook and its structure, we enter password 123, 123, then we cannot actually go ahead and move those. We can just select them and we can't create new ones. We also can't delete those. The delete option is grayed out. So that's essentially how you would protect the structure of a workbook. Now there's another interesting function within Microsoft Excel, or rather I should say, another interesting functionality within Microsoft Excel, and that is password protecting a workbook. So the way that you would do that is you would go to the File menu, then go to Save As. You'd choose your location. I'll just pick the same file. And then when you're here, you could leave everything the same and go to Tools. You're going to go to General Options, and then you're going to have two different sets of passwords. One is to open the file, so we'll use a password of 123, and then a password to modify, we'll do 234. And then you can either ask it to prompt you for read-only or not. We'll hit OK. And then password for the first one and the second one. Then we're basically going to replace the file, which just means it's going to replace it as a password protected file. That's fine. We hit OK. So now if we go and we close the file and then try to reopen it, so we'll go to Open, go open this file. When we want to open the file, we'll need a password, and that password was 123. We'll hit OK, and then if we wanted to modify it, we would have to insert another password. Now if we don't actually insert that password, we can use read-only. And kind of what read-only means is you can go ahead and make changes to this file, but when you go and you try to save it, it's not going to allow you to save it with that same file name because it's read-only. So you're going to have to either save it as a new name or in a new location. So we'd hit OK, and maybe we'd call it copy. So we'll say that's fine, and we'll replace it. So on the other hand, if we were to close this and then Control O to open, we can then open up this file, and again we're going to need a password 123, and then if we want to be able to make modifications, we can put 234. It's going to prompt us that it wants us to do it in read-only, so open it as read-only. No, you want to be able to make your changes, and then once you're in here, you can file, save, and it's not a problem because it's no longer read-only. So if you wanted to remove the password from either having to open the Excel file or having to make changes, you would go to File and then Save As. you'd go to your same location, you go to the tools, general options, and then once you're in general options, you would just delete the password here and delete the password here, and also remove the read-only function. So if we were to do that, we're going to get some of the same messages. That file already exists. We're going to say OK. So now when we close it and then either reopen it with Control-O or coming to the file menu and going to open, if we open up that file, it's opened automatically and we're not prompted for a password for either opening it and or making changes. So that was a lot of information, but in this video we wanted to cover two things. First, we discussed the idea of password protecting a workbook, which means you'd password protect the structure. And then we looked at the idea of saving a workbook, and when we went to save it, we had the option of going to Tools and then General Options, and then we could enter a password for individuals in order to be able to open the file, as well as perhaps modify the file. We then also can have a prompt for read-only, but that is that. So with that, in our next video, we'll look at the concept of sharing a workbook. We'll explore this icon here and what you might be able to do with that. So join us in the next video, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.